Hi everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm just going to do a unboxing of this. I'm not going to go through every single one because I'm going to do a little bit of a collection on my channel of making some cards with it. So let's just unbox it and see what we get. So we get all the dies. Move this box to one side. So you get a nice packet of sequins. You've got purple, black and orange in there. And you've got some stamps. Quite cool. And then we have the 13 days. So cute. Hey, this is the sort of size dies that you get. Like I say, I'm not going to open every single one. I'm going to do a little series of cards and stuff that I've made. Let's open another couple so you can see what we get. One. I open 1 to 5. That's 3, the poison bottle. He's got a little pizza. How cute is he? Spider. So that's 1 to 5. I mean, you could use these if you was going to make some sort of Halloween advent calendar countdown. I mean, you could use the packaging for those as well. So quite a handy kit. So I'm going to do 1 to 5 and then I'll come back and we'll do the others on a separate video. So I'm going to add some videos in of some cards that I'm going to make with those items there. Right, okay. So we're going to make this box card, and on this one I use the 2 new Simon Hurley, but for this one we're going to use the Craftoween. So I've used day 1, day 2, I've just used the skull and crossbones from day 3, and day 4 we're going to use the ghost. I need the grass from the bunch of borders. And then you have the scallop label and tags, and I've used 1, 2, 3. So I've used the 4th, the 5th and the 6th. So that's what we need to make this card. Oh, and the stamps, and I use this one, Hope Your Halloween is to Die For, and I just stamped that with some black VersaFine. Okay, so I've got all the bits ready. Okay, so what I did, I cut 2 out of a light grey. So that's the 4th, is it the 4th, the 5th and the 6th? Yeah, the 4th, the 5th and the 6th, which we're going to glue together. So I'm just going to use some Palau glue on those. And we can put this to one side to be drying. Line that up. And then I just went round the edges with some black soot distress oxides. I cut the skull and crossbones out twice and stuck those on, so it just gives it a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to put that to one side for a minute. And all of the bits. So to make the box, what you need is your scoreboard and a piece of 3 inches by 10, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 3 3/4, 5 1/4 and 8 1/2. So that makes our box. And then for the struts inside, you need 2 pieces that are 2 inches by 4 1/2, and you score at 1/2 inch and 3 3/4 on both of those. Okay, and that's it for the scoring. So fold and burnish all your score lines, and then we're going to make this into the inside box. So just glue on your 1/2 inch tab, lay that down flat. Okay, and that's going to be the inside of our box. Now if you have it this way, you've got that tab against the front, so you won't see it so much. Fold and burnish your little struts, and then we're going to glue on the 2 1/2 inch tabs, and then put that in. And what I do with the back one is butt it up against the back like that, and then fold it flat. Fold it both ways, make sure it folds nice and flat. And then the same with this other second strut. And then I line it up with that first one we just put in. So you know you've got them nice and straight. You try and keep them straight along that edge. Hold that in, and then again hold it flat. Make sure that nothing's sticking out over that top line. And that's the inside of our box. Okay, so I'm just going to grab. So what I did when I cut the largest one, which was the 4th measurement, I cut 2 for the back just to give it a bit more strength. So we're going to glue those on the back like that, and then we're going to glue that one on the front. So what I'm going to do, we'll do the front first, is put glue over the box and stand it up. Line that up. You'll have just a tiny little overhang, if you can see that, on each side. But try and keep it as square as you can. And then I inked this one because this is going to go that way so that you can see it from the front. So again, glue on the back. Put the inked part inside, so it's facing inside, I should say. Stand it up on the bottom, so that's nice and sturdy. And then this one we're just going to stick on the back just to give it a bit of strength. Down, try not to get glue over everything. Normal me, messy with my glue, so it folds nice and flat both ways and stands up. Okay, and then what I've done is I cut the grass, so from the bunch of borders I've added some foam tape. We're going to stick that on the bottom. Again, line that up so it's nice and flat. I've done it a little bit wider. Okay, so I've put some foam pads on him. We're going to stick him on this corner, so make sure he's not over the bottom. So, and then a foam pad. There. Okay, right, and then this will fit in a 5x7 card, in a 5x7 envelope. So what I do is put a ruler down, and then roughly you'll know how high you can put your acetate. So what I've done, I cut the characters, stuck some acetate on with some red liner, and then I stuck another piece over the back so it's nice and tidy. So like that one. So all I'm going to do is glue that on, so it covers up the red liner and the acetate part really. So what I'm going to do is put a bit of red liner on the bottom of the acetate. Get the backing off somehow. Okay, so that's 7 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it to this back strut, but I don't want to go over the 7 inches because then I know that I can get it in an envelope. So I'm going to stick that roughly there. Yeah, so I've got loads of room. Okay. And then we'll stick the ghost on the front strut. I'd use quite a sturdy acetate because you don't want them, because they're quite heavy when they've got a few layers on. So don't use anything too flimsy, more like a construction weight acetate. I'm going to stick the ghost on that one. Get in there and then you can lay it flat. And then the last one is the little cat. We're going to stick him that way. So I'm going to stick the cat sort of there. So I don't need it to be that long. There. So there you go, there's our little box card. Folds nice and flat. Go in a 5x7 envelope. You can have whatever one you want to do. It needed something else at the back, so I've added day 5, which was the spider, and I think now he looks completely finished. So again, folds flat. So you have to be a bit careful when you're folding them down. Stands up. And there you have your little box card. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.